Hello everyone, welcome to Shri Voyage. Today we're going to be going over my favorite foundations for 2021. I'm going to be trying on all of the foundations so that you guys can see what they look like on the skin and hopefully find a new foundation for the upcoming year. All right, everyone, let's get started. I wanted to do this video before the end of the year so that this gives you guys an opportunity to perhaps buy something for yourself for the holiday season. So I will be doing several of these videos of my best products for 2021s, the one that really grabbed my attention, so that you guys have the opportunity to perhaps give yourself a little treat or give someone else a nice makeup gift for the holiday. 2021 came out with some of the best formulations to me personally. I found, not just for myself, but for clients. I'm combination dry, so something to keep in mind. So I lean towards more hydrating foundations. But the top 5 I picked were based on me continuously reaching for these products throughout the year, or if I got them recently, I've been wearing them continuously. And it was also based on how many times you guys wrote to me or DM'd me saying, your skin looks so good. What are you wearing? What foundation do you have on? I kept both of those in mind. I also have 3 honorable mentions because these other 3, besides the 5 I chose, were just too good to not at least tell you guys about them. So let's go ahead and get started. I have nothing on my face, totally clean. The only thing I put on to hydrate earlier this morning was my Chantecaille Radiance Elixir. I have brows on and some lashes. Underneath my eyes, I have a little bit of the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter that I put just through here. Otherwise, my skin has absolutely nothing on it. I want to try all these on with you guys so that you guys can see what it looks like. I will do half my face in one foundation, half in another, to kind of cut down on the time. And I have my Ole Henriksen wipes so that I can wipe off foundations so that we can try on several others. All right, let's start with the first foundation. So let's start off with the NARS Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturizer, SPF 30, Vitamin C, and Turmeric. It's for those of you who want a truly lightweight tinted moisturizer. Similar in nature would probably be the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer. I lean towards this one a bit, even though I work for the brand. I always have reached for this one just a tad bit more because I like the texture of this. It has a little bit more coverage compared to the Laura Mercier, but both are really great. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on one half of my face here. The best thing about this tinted moisturizer is for those of you who aren't makeup wearers or makeup artists or feel that you're not good at makeup, this is for you. Because as you can see, all I do with this is I put it on like I'm putting a moisturizer on. It doesn't require like you stippling or using a makeup brush. It's really just hand friendly. You just put it on just like you would in the morning with your other products. And you'll see right away that it neutralizes any discoloration, just kind of brightens the skin, and you'll feel the moisturization right away when you put this on. So many clients love this who are either moms that are in a hurry, those of you who are on the run, let's say, because you're busy with work, or if you're just someone who doesn't really like makeup, but just wants your skin like the 2.0 version. And there we go, that easy. Look at the difference in my face here. So with this, you can see some dark spots through here, a little more darkness where this kind of brightened because I put it all the way up under my eye, brightened the eye area, just evened my complexion out. I love to take this on a client or myself, put a little cream blush, a lip gloss, and you're ready to go. It's the easiest foundation you guys will ever apply, besides probably a cushion compact. All right, let's get into the other side of my face with the next product. I'm going to cheat just a bit because I did state that this is my top 5 favorite foundations, but I'm kind of lumping these 2 together because they're both cushion compacts. And the 2 that I just could not choose between, I literally sat and just stared at them for a good couple minutes, and I was like going back and forth, were these 2. This is the Chantecaille Cushion Compact, and then I have the Gucci Cushion Compact. Oh, they're both so good. Now, right away, I'll state that this one is much lighter in texture. This is much more dewy. This is more natural looking, and this is more brightening. This one helps with the rescue of elephants, so it does contribute to a wonderful charity that Chantecaille works with, where this does not. Both are great. Both are super easy to use. Just remember that one is lighter in texture and one is more brightening and dewy. Another thing I want to mention is that this is more natural based with botanicals. This one is not. So first I'm going to go ahead and use the Chantecaille Cushion Compact. So this does come with 2 of the inserts that you pop in. So you do get 2 full cushion compacts. So what I'm going to do is take this pad, you just dip it in, and then you just press it on. Now this is a water-based foundation with stem cell peptides. So it does have a lot of skincare ingredients. So for those of you looking for a 2-in-1 where you're getting some anti-aging benefits, it will help plump the skin like fine lines throughout the day, which I did notice when I wore it. My skin just looked really luminous and plump throughout the day. It never settled. It's probably the most natural looking foundation I have ever worn because it just melts right into the skin. As you can see, it leaves a nice sheen on the skin. Everything is even. It's just the most convenient, natural, lightweight, skin benefiting, philanthropic amazingness all in one cushion compact. So if you guys haven't tried it, I definitely recommend trying this one. It's probably one of my top 3 favorites. And what is great is that you get 2 of these inserts. So it does last quite a long time. All right, I'm going to go ahead and bring it in so that you guys could see the NARS side and you can see the Chantecaille cushion compact. All right, I have my Olay wipe here. I'm going to go ahead and do the Gucci Cushion Compact. Just let me take all this makeup off. Let's get into this Gucci Cushion Compact. Now, this is one of the 2 that you guys consistently ask me, what foundation are you wearing? Your skin looks so good. So here's the first one. This is the Gucci Cushion Compact. And I lost the little pad in here, so I'm going to grab my beauty blender. And you can wet this. I like to moisten it a bit with my Chantecaille rose water. Get some hydration. Now, when I first bought this, I was like, whoa, this is really too light. I needed a whole shade or even a shade and a half up. But I have gotten lighter through the winter. I got this, I believe, kind of towards the end of summer. So it's looking better now, but it's still very light. But I like how it brightens my skin. Right away when I put it on, I noticed that everything just looked really even and my skin looked incredibly illuminated. And not just because the color is lighter, but it looks like it has like an opulent kind of color pigmentation wrapped throughout the product. It's just incredibly brightening. Another thing I love about this compact is it looks so good under your eyes because of the like brightening effect and because it's so hydrating. It has like an oil mineral based ingredients in it. It's just really soothing and moisturizing around the eye area. Can you guys see that? Do you see how it like, look at right here, my line. Do you see how it just kind of blurred that line out? Check that out. It's so cool. I love this stuff. Okay, and done. How easy is that? I love cushion compacts. And another thing I'll state about cushion compacts, you guys, is that they are wonderful for touch-ups. Most of us touch up with powder, but powder touches oil. When oil and powder mix, they can get a bit cakey, especially around the pores or the nose. But since this has a dewiness to it, it remoisturizes the pigment so that you get a nice flawless finish. So it's a great touch-up makeup throughout the day. Now I'm going to show you guys the second foundation that you guys consistently ask me what I'm wearing, and that is the Capture Total. This is the Super Potent Serum Foundation by Dior. And once again, you will see right away that this leaves the most dewy, yummy texture, but it looks beautiful under the eyes. This is a beautiful foundation, you guys. It's a serum, so it's a skin care foundation. This has Langoza flower, which is the superstar main highlighted ingredient in this foundation, which is supposed to help with facial firmness, wrinkles, elasticity, and dark spots. I don't know about all that, but I will say that the texture on this is like a jelly serum. So it's cooling, it's light, it's soothing, and it leaves a sheen on the skin. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my beauty blender and use the other side that I didn't use with the Gucci Compact and just bounce this on. Now, hopefully you guys will see right away that it does a great job of covering. You need very little. It's great for under the eye area. In fact, I've been using my Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate Concealer quite a bit, and this one as my concealer, even though it's a foundation, because I just like how soft it looks underneath the eye area. A little more here. For those of you that like a lightweight, medium to full coverage, hydrating foundation, you will love this. So there we have it. Once again, that beautiful sheen, whereas the Gucci has less of a sheen, but more brightening. This is a little more dewy and a little bit more hydrating looking. Both feel great, both feel light. I would say this has a little bit more moisturization than Dior side compared to the Gucci side, but I love them both. I'm gonna bring it in now for you guys. So here we have the last two, the Forever Natural Nude Dior foundation and the Air Flash by Dior. And I just realized that out of the 5 foundations that I'm going over with you guys today, 3 of them are Dior. As usual, Dior does do a beautiful foundation, but I have to say I'm surprised to see that 3 of my foundations out of the 5 that I chose are Dior. Let's go ahead and try this Forever Natural Nude foundation on this side, and then we will do the Dior Air Flash. All right, so this is supposed to be a breathable, long wear. It says 24-hour wear, light hydration, luminous finish, 96% natural origin ingredient foundation. And it does say it is meant for sensitive skin types. Let's go ahead and put this right over here. Now this to me is similar to the Capture Total Super Potent Foundation in its jelly, cool-like texture, but I will say that I find that it is a bit richer, which surprises me because you'd think anti-aging super potent foundation would be richer, but this definitely feels like it just has a lot more like longevity in its pigmentation and it stretches further across the face. As you can see, I actually put too much on. It's very rich, but for someone who likes more coverage. Now I will say out of all the foundations that I've tried on, even the Gucci Cushion Compact and the Dior Super Potent foundation, this one feels to me the richest. I can feel it just a bit, but mind you, I am pretty picky about textures on my skin. I don't like to feel anything too heavy. Even though I have combination dry skin, I like it to just kind of melt right in. So right when I put this on, I can feel it just a bit, but it does melt into the skin. I'd say after about half an hour, 45 minutes, I noticed. My goodness, you guys, look at that coverage. I mean, seriously. And mind you, I put quite a bit on, so you can shear this out and it does layer beautifully. All right, let's go ahead and do the other Dior foundation on this side and then I'll bring it in. Here we have the Dior Air Flash. Now, I talk about this a lot. It's been out for a long time. I know that I'm talking about my favorite foundations of 2021, and the foundations weren't necessarily made in 2021. Like this one has been out for a while. I think the rest of the 3 that I talked about are new, but this I just had to mention because if we're being totally transparent here, that the Dior Air Flash is just a must-have for anybody. I use it in my kit. I use it on clients. I use it on myself. This is the wedding editorial, runway makeup. It is so good, and that's because you shake it up. It's in a spray, so basically the pigments come out in a really fine mist, so it looks incredibly natural. It's very light, but it covers really well and is buildable. Now with this one, it's really important that you use a good brush. My favorite brush to use with this is the Marc Jacobs The Face 2 brush. Now I did want to state one more thing. This is supposed to be a radiant air brushed look. Now this was inspired by Backstage Makeup and tested by the creative director of Dior, which is Peter Phillips. So it lives up to its claim, people. That's all I'll say about that, and you'll see right now. So I'm just going to spray this on the brush here. I kind of pump it up and down, and then I just pat it onto the skin. Now the bristles are so dense on this brush that it puts down a lot of product, so less is more, but it buffs it really nicely. And because the texture in this is so light, because it has to be misted out, you're not getting too thick or cakey. It's definitely meant to have an airbrushed finish. For those of you who hate the feel of makeup, this is for you. For those of you that don't want to touch up your makeup throughout the day, this is for you. For those of you who are brides who want to look flawless, this is for you. I like to take a little bit on the ridge of the brush here, and I'll go in and tap it under the eye. Now, because it's so finely milled to come out as a mist, it looks great under the eye area because it doesn't settle, because the pigments aren't super big and it's not a lot of like rich, heavy texture and moisture. So it just neutralizes discoloration while leaving just a soft airbrushed finish under the eye area. Right. Dior Air Flash. Dior Natural Nude. Hopefully you can see that this does look lighter. You can even see a little more of my redness coming through because it's not so rich and like full coverage. Whereas this really neutralizes everything, but I look more dewy and hydrated. So it just depends on the finish that you want. For me, like I said, this is good for close-ups because I don't want anything when I'm working on people who are getting their photos taken to stand out and be too rich or settle in any lines or get cakey. Not that this will, but this is meant for close-up. This is meant to be photographed, you know, and zoomed in on when it comes to the skin. So a little more natural, lighter in texture is good for photographs. Day-to-day wear, this is great for hydration and for getting more full coverage. Now, if you want more full coverage with this, all you need to do is add a second layer. It builds beautifully. All right, let's go ahead and bring it in. All right, everyone, those were my top 5 favorite foundations for 2021. And I'm going to mention 2 others that are sitting here because I really had to wrestle whether or not I was going to put them in. So I thought at least I'd show you guys these 2 that were very, very close to making it and that I would highly recommend checking out. Vita Lumiere by Chanel I've been using for years, and you guys know if you've been watching my channel, I have raved about this foundation. The only reason I didn't put it in is because I've talked about it so much with you guys and wanted to give you guys another option. But best foundation for those of you with truly dry skin, for those of you that like a light, dewy, hydrated, glowy foundation, truly glowy. There's a lot of oil in here. So for those of you that like that J-Lo glow, this is for you. And the other one is the Lingerie Depot, the truest satin finish I've ever seen in a foundation. It's like velvet on the skin. It has a demi matte finish, so it gives that velvet-like texture. And for those of you that like a foundation that is medium to full coverage, matte, but don't want to look dry, demi mattes in general are for you. Demi mattes literally mean they're matte with some luminosity in them. So a great kind of hybrid of matte with luminosity in one. On that note, hopefully one of these foundations called your name, especially if you guys are in the market for a new foundation. Of course, if you guys have questions or suggestions or just want to know like what would be best for my skin, in particular for my age range or for my concerns on my skin, all you need to do is comment down below. I'd be happy to assist. And just out of curiosity, let me know which one was your guys' favorite foundation. It is so fun to me to read your guys' different comments because so many of you are so passionate about the things you love. And I know that with all products that I show here on my channel, that so much of this is based on preference. That's why I tried to show you guys as much as I can so that you guys can make the best decision for yourselves. Well, we've hit the end of the video. And if you guys like what you're seeing here on Cherie Voyage, the best way to support myself as well as any other content creator that you're enjoying is to subscribe and use our affiliate links. It helps to support our channel so that we can keep doing what we love. And hopefully you guys are loving it too. And don't forget to hit that like button and give us a comment. That helps us to get pushed through the algorithm so that other people can view our content as well. All right, everyone, as always, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.